Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to finally be showing you guys how to crochet this crop top here. I have posted these on Facebook and Instagram and all the other social medias that I have, and a lot of people have asked me to do a tutorial for this crop top on to show how to do it, and it's finally that time to go ahead and do so. So this is the one that I had made for myself. And actually the one I'm going to show you guys how to do is for a friend who liked this so much and she wanted one just like this, and it's gonna be in the same color as well because she also did like the color. And fortunately for her, I still had some leftover of this yarn in this color. Okay, so we're gonna be doing that today. So let's get started. So of course what we're gonna need is a yarn. I still don't know what this yarn is, you guys, because I've had it for so many years and I have lost the label for it. I know I got it at Michael's probably about 2-3 years ago. So I don't actually remember what it is, but it's a nice color. It has these golden strands that go through the yarn, and it's actually not two different yarns. A lot of people are asking if I weaved in two different yarns to make it. No, it literally just came like this. Okay, so this is the yarn we're going to be using. And then of course we're going to need a crochet hook. Usually I use a 5mm hook, but for now I'm going to use this 4.5mm crochet hook for this project. And then of course you're going to need your scissors to cut off any strands at the end of your project. Okay, so with that said, we're going to get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to make the number of chains to make a cup. So for my cup, if you have watched some of my videos of where I've made crochet tops, I've told you that I'm a 32A and my friend is a C cup, so we're going to be making it a little bit bigger in the breast size so that it fits her perfectly. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to chain, do a slip knot like that, and then we're going to chain 14. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14, and this is for a C cup, so she's a 32C. I am a 32A, so usually do about 10. Okay, so this is for her size. And then when you have your chain 14, we're going to do a single crochet, not in this very first space here, but in the second one we're going to do a single crochet just like so. And then of course you're going to continue to do single crochets in each chain space all the way to the end of it. Okay, so you continue to do that. Okay, so now we have one final chain left at the end here. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 single crochets in that final chain all together in the same space. So 2 and 3. Okay, in the very near future I'm going to be showing you guys how to do cups for different sizes. That way you have a good base when you do make something like a crop top or like a bikini top. You know where to start off at the bra cup. Okay, so with your 3 single crochets in that same space, we're going to continue to work along the opposite side of where we came from. So we came from this end, here. Okay, and then we did 3 single crochets in the same space at the very corner here, and then we're going to continue along the opposite side by continuing to do the single crochets as well. Okay, so just like that, single crochet all along here. Oopsie. There you go. Okay, so when you're at the very end here, you're going to chain 1, turn your work around, and then you're going to continue to do the single crochets beginning from the very first chain right after the chain 1. Okay, and you're going to continue to do your single crochets just like that. Okay, so now that we are at the very corner here, we're going to repeat what we did earlier, which is to do 3 single crochets in the same space, but make sure it's the very top of this project here. Okay, so just like that. So at the very top here we have done 3 single crochets, and then we turn our work slightly this way. and then we continue to work on this side by doing single crochets all along every single chain. Okay. So continue to do this, and I'll just take you guys to the end, and literally this is the repeat. You're making your cup using these exact same repeated stitches. So there's not much to show you guys that is a lot different than what I'm doing already here. And always make sure you go to the very last one here, because if you don't, it's going to start decreasing your work, and you don't want that, because we want this side to be flat like that. Okay, so as you can see here, it's flat. You chain one, you turn your work around, and you continue to do that. So as you can see here, this side is more straight like this, this side curves in. You see that? It curves in like that. This is where we're going to continue to create our cup, and eventually it's going to be a triangle like that. I'll show you on the completed one here. So we're aiming to get this part of the top. We're aiming to get this, okay? Just like that. Right now we're at the very beginning here, and we're building it up by going like this, and eventually we'll get to the size that we want, okay? So continue to do that with your project until you get the size that you want to have to cover your breast. So in this case here, because I'm making it for a friend who is a 32C, I am going to be making 16 rows total. And then when I have that, I'm going to come back and show you guys how to join everything and do the bottom part of this crop top. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so this is the size of the bra cup that I'm making. So as you can see here, it's a nice decent size. This is the back of it. This is where we started off the project right here. Okay, so it looks just like that. And this is 16 rows. So the way I count it is I hold it like this from the front side, and I don't count this area here because it's the start, but I go here, 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 and each of these is 2 rows. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 for the last one. Okay, so that's how it looks like. So if you're at this area here, you will cut off your yarn and then start your second bra cup exactly the same as we did this. So just rewind the video to the beginning if you don't remember how to do it, and then do one exactly like this, and then come back and I will show you how to start the bottom part of your crop top. So just to show you guys the one that I've already done here for myself. So we have just completed this part here. Okay, not these like buffy things here yet, but we have just done this area here. And the next step is going to be to add this area here. Okay, so, and I'm going to do it a little bit longer for my friend because she wants it a little bit longer. So hers is gonna go more like probably somewhere here. I don't know yet, but I will need to measure because she's about, I think she said 7.5 inches down this way. So so this is what we're doing next. So go ahead and make your second bra cup, and when you have both, come back to the video and I'll show you what to do next. See you in a bit. Okay guys, so I have my 2 cups completed here. So this is the one that I completed with you, and at the end I cut off some yarn. I left a decent size because we're gonna need to connect it using that amount, but this is the first one that I did with you guys, and this is the second one. And if you count it, you should have 16 rows from the middle as well. The other way to tell as well is just to line your work together like this to make sure it's even. So if you look at mine, if I line it up like that, it's pretty much the exact same size, and you can look at the edges like that. You could look at this edge like that, and you can look at this edge like that. Okay, so that's another way to tell, to see if it's exactly the same, but it's also best to count to make sure. Okay, now that I have my 2 cups, we're going to connect it. So the reason I left this here is so that we can actually connect it right here in the middle. Okay, and Oh, by the way, if you see them folding like this, don't worry. It's just when we use a single crochet stitch, like it does make it really tight and it bends. But it's not bad for this kind of project because you want your cup to eventually end up going on you like this, which is good, right? So it's not a big deal in that sense, okay? So when you have your work lined up like that, and then you're going to take your crochet hook, and just in this very corner here, you're going to put your crochet hook through. Just work your crochet hook gently. It may be a little bit tough, but find the space in the very corner like that, and then just do a slip stitch, okay? Oops, just like that. And then you could even do a slip knot like that, okay? Slip stitch and then pull it up like that. So all you're doing is just connecting it like this so that you have the way to work across it when you come back this way. Okay, so now that our work is connected right in the middle here, okay, we still have the yarn connected to the last cup that we made, so we don't cut that off, okay, so that we can continue to work with it. So for this particular crop top, I'm going to chain 15 on this end here. Okay, so we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now that we have our chain 15 here, you're going to make sure you're holding the chain straight so it's facing, the flat side is facing you and the back is facing the other way. And then you're going to do your single crochets from the very first chain up there, and we're going to go back along that chain by doing single crochets, okay? So you're going to continue to do your single crochets along this chain. When you get here, you continue to do it along the first cup there, okay? You make sure you do one right at this end here, okay? And then the next one will go right at the beginning of this cup, and then you continue it all the way to this end here. And when you get to the very end here, I'll meet you here so we can do the other chain 15 on the other side. So go ahead and do that, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so I have crocheted my single crochet all the way from the beginning of the chain 15 here, and I went all across, and this is where I am now, okay? So I have just 2 more single crochets to do at the end here, just like that, okay? And you want to make sure you go all the way to the end. Oops, let me just redo that last one here. Okay, so you want to make sure you go to the end of that very last one here, okay? And then now that we're here, we're going to do a chain 15 on this side as well. And you always want to make sure you do the same amount of chains that you do on this side as on this side, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that's our chain 15. We're going to turn our work around like this. So now we're working on the back, okay? And what we do here is we just literally repeat exactly what we just did on the other side, which is do single crochets all along that chain 15 towards the cups. And then this is what we keep repeating, you guys, for the rest of the project, okay? So now that we have that, we're going to go ahead and do single crochets. And as you can see here, because we're working from the back of this chain, you're going to be working on the back side as opposed to the front side that we did on the other one, okay? So yeah, there you go. So you're just going to be doing single crochets all along these as well, and then this is how you're going to pretty much continue to do until you get the length that you're looking for. So instead of showing you guys what to do that all over again, go ahead and continue to build up the bottom of your crop top, okay? So you're going to keep building it up like this until you get the length that you're looking for. See you guys when you have your desired length, and I'll show you guys how to move on to the next step. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so now that you're at this end here, you're going to chain 1 as usual, turn your work around. Okay, so just to this side here, and we're going to be working down the bottom of the top. So on the very first space, you're going to do a single crochet like we did before. In the second space as well, a single crochet. In the third space, a single crochet. And then in the fourth space right here, you're going to do 5 double crochets in the same spot. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so just like that. So we're starting to create the little shells at the bottom of the top just to make a nice border. And then you're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces, and in the 6th one here you're going to do a single crochet just like that, and then 5 double crochets in the same space just like so. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5, just like that. Okay, so these are your shells here, and then again you're going to skip 5 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and in the 6th you're going to start with a single crochet just like that, and then in that same space we're going to do 5 double crochets in the same spot. That's 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, all right, so this is pretty much what you're doing all the way down this top. Okay, so you're going to continue working with that same stitch all the way until you get here. Okay guys, so I have completed doing my borders in the bottom of the top. So as you can see here, there are all of these shells that go all along the bottom, and I'm now at the end here, and we're going to turn around this way. Okay, so go ahead and take your crochet hook. So I have 2 more spaces here to do. I'm just gonna go from here and do like a quick single crochet right in this corner here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go right into this space right here. Okay, it's just a few there you go, single crochet here. So I just skipped about 2 spaces here and put it there, and I'm setting these up so it can be where I'm going to be doing my strap. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead and continue all along here doing single crochets. Okay, so we're not doing the shells on this side. Okay, so you're just gonna go ahead and continue to do that. Oops. And just find a gap to put your hook because it's not a very even side on this side. Just like so. Okay. Now I think that is about the middle. So you can see this is where I am right here, and this is the middle. So I'm going to do another loop right here, and then I'm going to do the final loop right at the end here. Okay, so we're going to do our chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just right 2 spaces later we're going to do a single crochet. Okay, and then you're going to continue to do that to this end here. Just keep going on with your single crochets like so, and then when you get to this end again you're going to chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then just do your single crochet at the very corner right here, just like that. So we've just created these spaces here where our strap is going to be. So there's 3 different ones, and when my friend wears it she will have an option to use all 3, or she can just use this one here and this one here. It's up to her. Okay, and then we're going to turn our work slightly to this side here. Okay, and here we're going to do our we're going to continue to do the single crochet here, and then we're going to resume with doing the shells right up the cup. Okay, so from here, like I said, you're just going to continue to do single crochets going up. We're going to do the single crochet for 2 more right up the cup, and then right after that we're going to do our very first, in that second we're going to do our very first double crochet to create our shell. but we're going to do less. So instead of doing 5 like we did before, we're going to do just 3, because it doesn't look too good when they're too puffy up here. So just like that. So it's much smaller than the ones we did in the bottom. And then you're going to skip your spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So also we're skipping less spaces here. Okay. So we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th one, we're going to do a single crochet, and then our 3 double crochets in the same space. So just like that, 2 and 3. Okay. And then we're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and in the 4th, we do a single crochet, and then 3 double crochets in the same space, 2 and 3. Okay, and that's pretty much what you do all the way to the top here. So go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you when you get right to the top of the cup here, so I can show you how to do a strap. And then what you're going to do right on top is you're just going to do your single crochet like we did earlier, and then you do just 2 double crochets in that space. Okay, I'm gonna need to add more yarn here, so just give me 1 second. Sorry about that, folks. So I needed to get more yarn because I ran out of the one that I had. Okay, so like I said, we're going to do 2 double crochets in the same space here. And now that we have that, we're going to start our chains. Okay, so your chain is going to be different from any other person because it depends on how long you want your straps to be. So for my friend, I know she has a long torso, and also because I'm making this top bigger, okay, I'm going to do 200 chains. So I'm gonna go ahead and do 200 chains, and you do however many chains you need for your project, and then let's get back when you are at the top of your number of chains. I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I have done my chain 200 here. So as you can see, it's really long. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to do our slip knots going down that chain, just like that. Make sure the flat side of the chain is facing you and the bumpy side is on the back. Okay, so you're going to be working just with the front side, and this is going to be the part that takes really long here. Oops, we're going to do slip knots only, not single crochet. So just like that, and we're trying to do this so we can get back to the bottom of the cup, and we can continue to do the rest of the shells around, and we get to the other cup, and then we do our other strap as well. So continue to do this, go all the way down the chain. When you get to here, you're going to do 3 more double crochets in here. So there's going to be a total of 6 in the same space. Okay, actually no, it's 2 because I did 2, so you're going to do 2 more, so there's going to be 4 total, and then you're going to skip these 2 here, and in this third you're going to do your the same thing we did on this side. So pretty much follow exactly what we did on this side on here, go past the middle, go ahead and do the other cup as well. When you get to here, you do your chain however many. So I'm going to do chain 200, come back down with a slip knot with a slip stitch, and then continue to work the shell on this side. Then when I get here, I just do just do single crochets all the way here. You make your loop here, which is the 4 chains to make the space for your strap. Do single crochets. When you get to the middle, you do the same, go all the way to the end, and this is pretty much where we finish our project. So go ahead and do all of that, and when you get to this very space here, I'll come and meet you guys here so we can finish off this project. Okay, we'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I've worked all the way to the end here. Okay, so I've pretty much done my 2 straps, as you can see here. Okay, so these are my straps, and this is how long they are. And I've done my shell around, skipped this here but did the single crochet, the same thing here, and this is where I am now. So I'll just show you guys how to finish this off, and then we'll be done making this crop top here. Okay, so I've already done my chain 4 there. Then I'm just gonna go into the very last space there and just do a slip stitch like that. Okay, and since that is our last, we're gonna cut the yarn right somewhere there. Okay, and then just do a slip knot with that and close it off. Okay, so I don't weave my ends in. What I do is I just kind of do like a knot, tight knot like that, and then cut it off. So we're just gonna cut these off here. Okay, and there's this one here as well, so I'm gonna do the same thing with that and then cut it off, just as tight and as close to the project as possible, and then cut it off like that. Okay, so that's it. So this is pretty much the end of the top here, you guys. So this is how it looks like. Oops, I need to cut these off as well. So there's this one in the middle here that I'm going to do the same thing. I'll do two here, just like that, and then cut it off. There you go. So this is the end. This is how this top looks like. So when my friend wears it, this is how she's gonna wear it. You're gonna bring the strap. This is how you do the straps, by the way. So we'll bring the strap from the opposite side. We'll put it in the very first space that we made here, like that. And then we'll take the other strap and do the same on the opposite side, like that. Okay, so this is going to create an X at the very top, and then we take that strap from this side and go to the middle of the opposite side, like that. And then we do the same with this other side, just like so. Okay, and then finally we're going to go from this side to the bottom of this side here, and then we do the same on this side. Okay, there you go. So this is how this top will be worn, just like that. Okay, very nice. And then this is the front of it. So this is how it looks like in the front. Okay, I hope you guys enjoyed making this crop top with me. If you did, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and like this video, comment, and share the video with your friends so they can learn how to do something like this as well. In the meanwhile, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys in my next video. Ciao!